Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of my flashers. Welcome to another Flash Hour. We have a lot to cover today, so we definitely will get right into it after the state of the trenches. If you've never attended Flash Hour before, basically what we do is you get a look at my beautiful face and flash trade hat for just a second as I do a little opening monologue. Then we get into the state of the trenches. We go through Flash overview just to kind of catch up on where the state of Flash's Flash trade platform is at. We get into what we got done this week and my favorite section where we get to spill the most alpha and give you guys insights into what is coming what is coming for Flash trade. So that is the last section. And of course, I do a little outro for you all to enjoy. All right. So just a little overview here. And then we'll pull a Nas in. I think Zaheib is joined too. There's Zaheib. All right. So right off the bat, we do have State of the Trenches. Always a good place to start as everybody funnels into Flash Hour. So
Sure.
State of the Trenches. Thank you, Anas, by the way, for the last minute ad. But Core CPI surpasses or surprises and boosts rate cut odds. So Core CPI came in really, really good.
Yeah. The expected interest rate, like the cut was like the core inflation was less than the predicted rate. The predicted rate was around 0.3%, so it came around 0.2%. So the Fed's job is to maintain core inflation below the limits that they have. And then if that is done, they will go ahead and reduce the borrowing rate. So that is what we are expecting tomorrow at FOMC, which is they're going to reduce the borrowing rate. So the money to be borrowed becomes cheaper, and the assets that are lightweight, such as Bitcoin, Solana, and all the risky assets, they actually go up. So yeah, that is the theory behind rate cuts and the things that Fed does.
As they say, risk on.
Yeah, risk on, exactly.
Tomorrow
and that is the reason
is
why we are also seeing gold to go down. Gold is actually down more than 8% as of now. So since the inflation has came down a bit, people are happy to hold more risky assets versus the assets such as gold and stuff. Yeah.
Yep, 100% gold treasuries. Silver's definitely tanking too. I saw that this morning when going through the charts. FOMC is tomorrow with a 98% chance for rate cuts of 25 bips. That, I mean, I thought that was pretty obvious overall. You could see with his last week when he had his whole meeting, you could see that he was kind of boxed into a corner. The way he was speaking, that would be the case. So yeah, we'll definitely. I mean, I'm pretty darn confident we're going to get another 25-bit cut. Now, the interesting one that I think disappointed a few, but apparently caused a flurry amongst some traders out there who were worried about Mt. Gox. It's actually been delayed an entire year. So, yikes. Yeah, I was like, yikes. So, another reason that people are going to be going more risk on for sure.
In crypto markets. Yeah.
In crypto markets. Yeah. That was a huge boondoggle that happened for sure. And then CZ pardoned by Trump because it's crime season. All right. We're just letting it all go.
It's like that, but overall the regulations are coming in, which is making things easier. To be honest, things are getting more clearer every day.
Yeah,
and
100%.
Even the regulations around perpetuals is also loosening up, because the most interesting thing is, like, open source tech by its nature, it is more safer than any corporate company that is being audited by the big threes. So
yeah, I would definitely tend to agree because it's all on chain. It's all auditable by any individual who, feels up
can
to
read
it.
the chain.
And there are a lot of great resources out there too. if you wanted to delve into that yourself. The data is made so readily accessible nowadays that keeping your eye on that actually would be very, very smart. And to be clear, my crime season comment is just a joke. It's just a meme. I actually quite admire CZ. Funny enough, that might be a hot take, but admire everything that he's done for the space / did to the space. So Gemini launches Solana credit card. That's pretty cool. Was that the big announcement that Solana had?
Yeah.
That
They
was the
actually
big push.
hyped it up a lot than it was. Like it was just a credit card that gave
Yeah,
you the base soul yield if you held soul, and then you could just sell your soul to get anything
yeah.
while you earn the yield. But yeah, I think a lot of people were actually disappointed because it was hyped up so much, and it was
It
just
really was. I thought it was going to be something totally different, but yeah, that was kind of like all right, cool, another credit card. A16Z State of the Crypto 2025 report spotlights Solana.
yeah. It,
Yeah,
it does
and there was some
highlight
controversy on the timeline about that too, but
it.
yeah,
It does highlight more on the terms of how the companies launching on Solana make the most revenue, and we
mhm,
ourselves at Flash, being fully self-funded, are actually capable of running all these things just because we all earn revenue and try to optimize for it.
yeah,
So the teams at Solana are more aligned on rev making than anything else.
yep. Revenue sharing.
Yeah,
That should be the new
as
meta.
well. It is. It is. Yeah.
But we're definitely seeing a shift in that direction, and users should start demanding it.
Yep.
Let's see. I apologize for my voice again. Still getting over the cold. I'm trying to work through it. If it starts to trickle off after a while, that's just my voice giving out. But Hong Kong approves first Solana spot ETF. That's actually huge. I don't know if you know, but if you're in APAC, you do know. But for people in the West who are not aware, Hong Kong is like the freaking hub of finance. It's like New York City of APAC. That's actually massive for
That's
Solana.
true.
So I'm uh, really excited to see that new markets opening up to the idea of ETFs and things like that. So that should be available in the APAC region. So spot aggregator wars heat up. Yeah, that was fun. Don't have
Yeah.
much to comment on that. You're much more insightful than I am, but watch the different comments roll in, the different people with their hot takes, and then actually also watch some X creators create some videos on it. So yeah, I mean it's an interesting topic. Not sure where I land on it yet. But
I think it was more around Jupiter taking it very seriously that their name, if it's used, it should
yeah,
be used only if you are using their paid API.
yeah,
And I don't think even us and rest of the ecosystem who's using Jupiter won't be using the paid API because there are so many solutions that are free. And since the liquidity providers behind the scene are offering their routes without any costs, charging the API just didn't isn't making sense as of now. And
yep,
I think even they are scratching their heads to understand what to do with the API. So yeah,
sure,
that is where we are. And in terms of best route, everyone like there are it's just not there is there's just not one aggregator. There are more than 5 to 6 aggregators right now. Although people just knew couple of them, which is Titan, Camino, and Jupiter. But there are more
yeah,
aggregators. There is an OKX aggregator, and then there is Phantom has their own aggregator as well. And I think there is a company from Binance Smart Chain as well who have their own aggregator set up on Solana. So there are like multiple aggregators who are using the same who are chasing the same liquidity. So yeah,
sure.
that is where things are going ahead, and it's kind of trickle down to who's making more money by market making right now rather than serving the flow itself. And even Jupiter, to be honest, hasn't made that much of a money from their aggregator business.
Yep.
They, if you saw the recent post about their uh, revenue flows, like more than 95%, or I don't know the number, but it's all from perps. So
Yeah.
perps is where the money is.
Yeah. It's
Everyone
over
knows that,
90%.
right? Yeah, yeah.
Yep. The fees generate yield and yield generate profit. So the big thing for the swap aggregator thing too is it's kind of like it's a race to the bottom. Like who can
Every everything that charges fees on chain is heading towards the bottom, to be honest. What's the
Yep.
least possible fees that you could charge? And that is what we are also working on as well. So once we have figured out the latency, then we will also be offering perps at a much cheaper rate. So yeah.
Yep. And as long as you all, 117 of you, share this out right now, we can get more people, right? That was a good transition, onto
That's
this live stream so that we can share the good word that we are dropping fees. We are having more offerings. We are improving the platform day after day so that every trader on Solana has the best possible experience. So if you
I think
can
in the
hit the
world,
share button.
every trader in the world.
Every trader in the world, as every trader in the world is on Solana, which,
Yep.
IBRL, we will be there soon, in my
Yep.
opinion. It's just a
Yes,
humble
for sure.
janitor speaking here. All right, so flash overview to go through this quickly. FLP1 is outperforming. If you held through the absolute travesty that happened earlier, you would be in a good spot because of the fact that this is, essentially index fund, I guess you could say, of sorts.
Yes.
And we FLP1 has outperformed Sol, BTC, ETH, and outperformed USDC. I don't think that's a thing, but obviously,
Easily, because
oh
dollar
yeah,
is
well,
because of inflation, dollar
it's
is already
melting.
down. Yeah, I think it's down 9% this year. Yeah.
Yes, it's really bad actually. I'm feeling it. I live here, so
Oh wow.
that's great. Inflation's amazing. The unspoken inflation, which is your dollar being debased. Let's
Yeah.
see. And then total volume is at $17.7 billion served,
Yeah.
which is amazing. Total revenue shared with FAF stakers. So if you didn't know, if you do stake our token FAF, we do share 50% of the protocol revenue with you, our FAF stakers. So we really appreciate it. They are eating well. $214,000 paid out to you all.
And yeah,
And then
the APY has been double digits zone for quite a while. Like it's ranging between 12 to 14%
yeah,
throughout the last 2 weeks, if I'm not wrong.
yeah, thanks to Hartley, he's actually been,
Yeah,
I would say, keeping a
keeping us up to date.
ridiculously good up to date chart on it too. You could essentially chart it with all
Yeah.
the data that he has. So maybe we'd have to reach out to him for that. But yeah, we have a community member who keeps a close eye on that and updates our Discord community daily. FLP1 is back up this week. Last week it was $1.41. So we are performing very, very well against the market standard. Let's see.
And
Go ahead.
yeah, just want to highlight FLP1 versus the underlying assets. It's up 32% year to date, while
Oh wow.
Solana is up just 9%, and Bitcoin is up 16%, and Ethereum is up. Let me zoom in as well. Yeah, Ethereum is up 16.7%. So the best part is FLP1 has outperformed all the underlying assets just because of fees and all the things that it does, the market making thing. So it is a
Yeah.
very one of a kind index for people to park their money while they are, chilling around.
Yep. Absolutely. The FLP1 has definitely held up my portfolio, thank God, during some of these unbelievable downturns. So if you're in it, you are very, very happy. Let's see. What did we get done this week?
Yep. The major thing is the chart feature. It just got merged into main. I just got a notification, so it's live. Although we haven't announced it, it's live right now on Flash.trade. So if you just visit the website and just click on the charts, you'd be able to trade right from the charts. You don't need to input values in the trading terminal, so it makes the experience much seamless. So yeah, here you have Max. Yeah, Max, you can just put up some a limit order right from
Yep.
the UI. You need
Add
$10
one.
minimum
I need
for
$10. Unbelievable. You
for
just
limit orders, but if you're doing a market order, it's just $1.
and then yep, and then you can obviously mess around with it here. And the cool part is you can drop it down, and there's a
Slider.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
But you could do it
And
all
then
from the charts.
yep, and you can also put up stop losses, take profit for your existing position right from the charts. And it's easier to put from the chart because you know where your percentages are from the chart rather than inputting through the trade terminal and the field and typing all that numbers and the decimals. So yeah, that is the idea behind this feature, and I think it's the neatest implementation of this feature on any exchange, to be honest. Yeah, I haven't seen this feature
Sick.
anywhere else.
That's
Like the
cool.
neatest thing.
Yeah, it really is. That's that's an awesome. With our new focus of traders first, that is a absolute banger. That
For
is going to
sure.
be well utilized from this side of the house.
Yes.
Huge parameter upgrade. Now that
Yes.
is a broad statement, but there's a lot to break down with that. So
Yeah.
if you don't mind, delve both you and Zaheib delve into that.
For sure. Let me open up the Discord announcement that I did because there are quite a few updates that we have done. So
Yes.
this updates stem from our important switch from Pyth normal feeds to Pyth Pro feeds, which are the laser feeds, which update every 5 to 10 milliseconds. This is like the fastest aggregated price feeds that are available for the assets that are listed on Flash. So it's actually the best possible feed that you can get, be it Web 2 or Web 3. So we have made the switch. Before, we didn't have the same laser feeds for the forex commodities and metals that we have listed for, and now Pyth has offered all of those. So we have reduced the fees of forex pairs to 4 bips. It is like the 50% slash, and we are also working towards adding more forex pairs. And on the bigger side of parameters that we have updated, we have increased the max size for Bitcoin and Sol to $2 million. Before it was just $1 million that you can open and manage at once. Now it's doubled. The next thing is the PNL delay feature that we have decreased. So before, when you opened a position, you had to at least keep the position up for 30 seconds to realize any positive PNL on Flash. It has been reduced to 15 seconds thanks to the pricing updates and the Oracle pushing capabilities that we have enhanced by the backend team, as well as right now we have also decreased the restrictions on the limit orders. So before you had to put your limit order around 0.5% of the price. Now it's just 0.1%. So you can make sure to put your limit orders closer to the spot price. So all these limitations are just because Flash offers near zero slippage entries at the price that the asset trades at. So which is a very neat feature, and the leverages that we offer, you don't find those leverages on majority of exchanges. So we have like up to 100x leverage at 5.1 bips. So this fee structure is like one of the cheapest fee structure that you can find anywhere else, as well as 500x leverage at 5.1 bips. And thanks to the margin engine that we have, you can also open and close trades at just $1 collateral. So this is only possible on Solana right now. So yeah, a lot of interesting updates around the parameters that we have updated, and this is like one of the biggest updates that we have done lately, and we are very happy that we were able to rigorously analyze and then ship it into prod, and it's live for all the enjoyers out there of Flash. And yeah, the next interesting thing is the proposal to add Zcash, which has been up for about 500% on an yearly basis. And See, the idea is Zcash was ahead of its time when it launched. When it launched, I'm not sure if there were more than 50,000 active users or holders of crypto itself. So now we are seeing more participation and more high net worth individuals, using crypto for their daily usage of finances. So the privacy narrative now makes a lot more sense than it was before, 10 years before when it launched. It launched 2016, which is like 11 years ago, and 9 years ago, sorry, 9 years ago. So yeah, that is the reason. And to make sure FLP being like the index that basically covers all the major cryptos out there, we wanted to make sure we add Zcash as well because it covers the privacy angle of the crypto scene. So
Definitely
hopefully
does.
we don't get much concerns raised in the proposal. And Zoeb, you want to add anything? We've basically posted that we'll list Zcash in 3 days, but Zoeb will be like, we'll list it tomorrow or right now.
As always, and the bigger thing there is to just make sure FLP integrations stay intact, and that's where most of our efforts are spread out. Composability on Solana, I know we've been talking about it for 2 years or even longer. But yeah, the troubles never seem to go away, and yeah, that's one thing we gotta make sure we can't mess up. Like we've got a lot of partners and who use the token as collaterals. There are a lot of loops active, so every small move kind of contributes to making sure technically we are always compatible, and
Yep.
that's the only thing. And apart from that, I mean, obviously ZDC being one of the oldest tokens and the proof of work tokens out there with focus on privacy right after Bitcoin, they've got the credibility for sure. So I
Oh
think that
yeah.
does address concerns around people worrying about quality of assets on pool one. And I think ZEC does qualify, and I think to present the current narrative of privacy and pool one being the most premier allocation to crypto as a portfolio. I think that does make a lot of sense. Would love to hear thoughts from the community, from active liquidity providers. I think Flash Labs post is already up, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, I do see that. So I think
Yes, it's up.
that yeah, yeah. So as well. So I think that would be a great way to coordinate and get some feedback. So really looking forward to it.
For sure. And yeah, I
Real
think
quick,
the next.
comment here. Thank you, Ari, for reposting this stream. I very much so appreciate it. I can see you if you do it. And I really love the SNS tag as well.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I think next thing is it's also a very important addition to pool two, and it's right under the transition of making pool two a real world backed asset and removing the synthetic nature of pool two that we had before. So right, yeah, and the reason that we will be using XAUT is it's the most liquid and the most reliable uh, gold backed token out there. Uh, it's issued by Tether, and Tether is like the biggest stablecoin issuer on chain, as well as the biggest gold-backed token issuer on chain. There's like
Yes.
$2.4 billion worth of token issued by uh, Tether for gold. So
Mhm.
we would be adding gold this week. We have done the analysis that was required to make sure the oracles for this XAUT is good, and the liquidity is also very healthy for XAUT, and the bridging tech is also very well laid out. So yeah, that is also should be done this week as well.
And we're in
Although
alignment with Tom. Zek good.
yeah, ZEC is good tech for sure. Uh, Apart from that, I think we have also some interesting things under works with some partners, which we will be putting out announcements in the following weeks in the direction of real world asset listing. So I'm sure a lot of our viewers know Remora, which is one of the teams who are working to list, basically mint more assets on chain. So we
Yep.
have formalized the partnership with them as our partner to mint more assets on chain. So very very important alignment, to be honest, because when you are an exchange you need a partner who can bring any asset you want on chain as soon as possible.
Yep.
And yeah, I think we'll have very interesting announcement on that. It's gonna yeah, it's I'm not gonna leak more alpha about it because it's still under testing. The next thing is, yeah, we are working on changing the referral fee structure. Before it was airdropped and the percentages of referral was very low. We will be increasing that as soon as we restructure more better the fee around open close for perps trading, and then we will also open up much more interesting fee structures for referral, as well as the feature to claim your ref fees in USDC. So correct me if I'm wrong, if it's going to be a
Yeah,
different token.
that's the biggest UX change we
Yeah.
are also kind of pushing alongside V2. There is uh, claimable rebates. Earlier, rebates had to be airdropped, which meant a lot of CUs about alongside like having to have the token accounts. And the biggest change, in my opinion, is you don't have to have token accounts now. You don't have to worry about having a token account
So
in
true.
Jupe or Ray or any random token.
Yeah.
Uh, your referees can just trade on Flash, and then you have a record of how much rebates you've earned, and you can claim them anytime. So that is similar to how revenue distribution works. Fees collected, and then you have it claimable on the tokens page. The whole UX would be like very well laid out, I'm sure, and that's how it's gonna work. You can track how much rebates you've made over time, and I think, in my opinion, that's a welcome change. That's a
Yeah.
big change that we've worked on to make sure rebates become meaningful, as well as lead the road to builder codes and have people building on Flash aggregators and order flow routing apps and trading terminals. They can also include builder codes to earn better rebates, which kind of
Yep.
incentivizes them to route trading volume to Flash.
Yeah.
All
It's a
right.
well needed restructure for sure.
And yeah, talking about the UI changes for that structure, we will also be showing from like all the addresses that the referral fee is flowing into the referrer. So that is also a neat update that I'm currently working on as we speak. And the next thing, a very interesting, you know, feature upgrade is the addition of spot order books powered by Manifest, which is an open source most efficient order book program live on Solana, but it doesn't have a good UI front end, to be honest, because it's all community owned as of now. I don't remember if the upgrade keys are burned for Manifest. Zohib, is it?
I do think
You
it's immutable. Yes, it is,
It's
which is
immutable,
the
yeah.
which is the reason people build wrappers or wrapper program over it, not just clients. I think one of the most notable ones are Cabana Exchange,
Yes,
and
yes,
the UX is like a lot better compared to you using Manifest's native UI, and
yes,
that's what we've been trying to kind of emulate and do that. And I think the recent saga with Titan and Jupiter, kind of going over the aggregator wars. One thing that's come to highlight is Manifest powering through and kind of standing a chance at competing, not head to head, but like showing light against proprietary AMMs, like prop AMMs, um, versus distributed tech in its real form, order books on chain. Well, yeah, Manifest is putting up a considerable fight, given now they have that order flow coming from Titan, and soon Jupiter as well to follow suit, I guess.
yes. The
Yeah, and
most
need addition.
interest, yeah, the most
Yeah, the
interesting thing. Am I cutting off? All right. Okay. I
I
hope
think it was me.
it's okay. Yeah, the most interesting thing about manifest is the cost of opening up any order book for any pair is very cheap. So imagine you are trading a token and then you want to put up a limit order. So when you want to put up a limit order, you need an order book. So manifest basically
Yeah.
allows any trader to create any order book of such. It just takes for you to put up the first limit order, and that spins up the order book for that pair. So the tech is very seamless, and then since it's immutable and it just stays on chain without any updates, people can build UIs over it and then offer the seamless experience of spot order books on Solana. And that is what Flash is also working on. And yeah, the order book feature was to be worked by us on other aggregators and all that, but we are using manifest to make it happen. And I think the experience is going to be very, very smooth and cheap as well, because if you check Jupyter's order book system, you are paying 10 bips of fees to get your order books, get your open orders filled, but here it will be much cheaper and much cost effective overall. And the next important thing is, as we were speaking, we've reduced the fees on forex pairs by considerable margin, and in that direction, we are also charting paths to list more assets, such as
Yes.
RNB, the Chinese CNY, yen, and INR, which is interesting, and it is one of the most traded perps out there. So not perps, futures contracts. So
Yep.
we will be listing these forex pairs and more, and also open up degen mode for the forex pairs. I'm still yet to figure out the uh, percentage for the leverage for these pairs. We would initially go with 200x on degen mode, but I think there is a possibility of going 1000x. But yeah, yet to understand the risk limits. Just the math. But
And
I think
then
we can do 1000x.
yeah, yeah, I
Just
think
imagine.
can make the team sweat as much as possible. Yeah, I think the expansion of Forex is going to be huge. That's something that I mean, admittedly, a little ignorant of, in my little bubble. So that's something that is going to be well received by the trading community. And then, yeah, I mean, it's just something that I've been researching here lately, and yeah, it's a big market that I just went straight over my head until here recently. I had brought it up, but yeah, the that will be a definitely a well received trading experience. I'm sure degen mode might be pretty cool too. As slow as some of these forex markets move. So
Yes, for sure. I think we can see the comments right on the screen.
mhm.
We've got a comment from Tomoshi that, yeah, last week I think Tomoshi put up a very interesting proposal on team competitions, and he laid out the full structure of how to handle this competition. And the idea in that was, this is to be, it goes live after the V2 goes live, and that is the reason why Tomoshu we didn't comment much, because for us and even broader Flash community, a V2 means a lot. So we are fully focused on getting V2 out as soon as possible.
Yep.
And meanwhile, I'm also pushing for the minor features that you're seeing to get out. But yeah, V2 is our main focus, and once V2 is out, we will probably work on the competition proposal that you have shared and share more thoughts on it. But as of now, what I'm trying to do is, like, I'm trying to also push some features while we are working on V2, so that it doesn't look like we're just, nothing is happening on the social side or feature
Doesn't look like
side.
we're being
So
lazy.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't want us to look that. So that is the reason why we just push the very neat feature of trading right from the charts, and
Yep.
then the proposal for ZEC, and then forex discounts and more forex pairs, so that as an exchange we need to keep doing things. Although we might be working on a very ground shifting infrastructure behind the scene, we also have to be doing something that keeps us out as well. So
Mhm.
that is there. So yeah, to reply to the comment, my answer is we will be working on it as once V2 is out.
Yeah, absolutely. The core infrastructure is always going to be worked in the background, but we still need something,
Just
something to
get
show
people
for
excited.
the time in between that. And
Yeah.
obviously, those are those incremental upgrades, the performance upgrades, adding new listings like stocks, indices, forex trading, all that stuff is so that we can keep the interest and obviously expand the platform as we're building out the core features, the thing that really matters on the back end. That's something it's hard to express, it's hard to show without showing the code. So these things keep you engaged and obviously lets you know that we're still working and paying attention to our core user base, which would be the traders. But just a little bit housekeeping from my side on what is coming there. Right after this, we'll probably formalize something more concrete. But yeah, we're going to be doing a big marketing push for the platform. And the marketing team is gearing up for that now. As all these things are coming out, we definitely want to make sure that we are front and center in the Solana ecosystem so that we can get the most exposure. While the I think arguably the largest upgrade to flash trade since day zero is upon us. And as we also kind of, again, don't want to keep reiterating this over and over again, but, we are meeting with the Magic Block team. And as that is being formalized and, I guess you would consider it an alpha is being rolled out for that implementation, we want to make sure that this stuff is getting out into the right hands and that we can push it out into the ecosystem so that more and more traders understand that Flash will be the premier trading platform on Solana. You're muted.
Not just Solana, it's gonna be the place where you can trade anything, with the best possible leverage. I think
Yeah.
I just want to reiterate that it's not just we are on Solana because it's Solana. It's the best tech possible out there. That is the reason why we are on Solana. And if we find something that is much better, then we won't have any hesitation to work on it. So yeah.
100%. Yes, I apologize. The greatest platform in the universe. All right. We're expanding it past Earth. Once we get to Mars, we will be on Mars. But yes, I think that about wraps it up for what's coming. Yeah.
Yes.
Anything else from the astute leaders of Flash Trade that you would like to share with the community?
Oh, V2. When V2?
1v2.
Says the margin
V2.
engineer. Says the margin engineer.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
I
V2
mean,
soon.
it's been such a journey. We complete the reviews, we kind of have everything in place, and then the feature gate activation difference between DevNet mainnet always comes back to haunt us, and it's been troublesome managing everything across all of our environments. And while you get ready to hit prod, you just realize there's so many different things that do break because there is a feature gate activation that just like behind schedule or like deprecated for 2 years, and yeah, there's literally nothing you can do. That's increased transaction account lock limit. If anyone wants to look it up,
I've been
we've been trying
spamming
to kind
trend
of get it.
recently to get it up. So let's see.
Spamming
Every resource we've got.
Foundation.
Yeah.
Exactly, and
So
that's where we have this crazy idea. Let's bring everything to DevNet and give people the best experience. Uh, so yeah, V2 DevNet looking good. Mainnet sometime soon. That's what the plan is for this week, though. With code reviews and everything being in place, the point is to make sure there aren't any more surprises with the difference in config across DevNet and mainnet, and have a plan for the final release. So next call, I think we should have. Yeah, Tomji, we are maxing out 64 accounts. If you look up pool 3 right now, and if you try to deposit, you kind of see 58 right now. And that's just because of our architecture. Like it's a lot flexible. It kind of allows us to do this, aggressive listings. We've got day zero listings also, 2-0 and 00 and met with the recent ones, and that's just how liquidity scales. And I think one of the most important features with V2 is that idea of extending to many more assets, and cross correlating them, and kind of having this ability to list anything and make it tradable on Flash. It's going to take a lot more than 64 for that to happen. But sadly, we've got to work within limits, and that does require a lot of structural planning and similar efforts in execution. So yeah, excited to kind of roll it out and see how people feel about it. But yeah, a lot more on our side to kind of finally make the push to prod.
Absolutely. All right. Well, with that being said, we're wrapping up here. Unless you guys have something else to say, I'm going to drop you down and then you get to stare at my beautiful face for just another second. Is that good, guys?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. So that about wraps up Flash Hour. And with Flash Hour finalizing, if you can do the rounds for me, you can like, share, comment, all those good things that you do on socials. That would be much appreciated, as we want to get out the good news to as many people in the trading space overall as possible. And that would also be much appreciated from the janitor. There will be a lot heavier push coming here recently as well. So if you can interact with our posts, stay up to date, turn those notifications on as we start to roll out Margin Engine V2. And as we start to finalize our partnership with Magic Blocks and the integration there with the ephemeral, however you say it, that will be super interesting, and keep your eyes locked on this space. And as always, traders, I'll see you in the markets. This would be groundbreaking.
Magic blocks, obviously.
This will literally feel like a sex.
Just last Monday was Apex teams that happened to be there. Magic blocks, obviously. Retaining all liquidity, retaining all of our current integrations while moving trades and pricing engine to the ephemeral rollup. Beta for people to try out. You're not creating parallel SVM, more or less like a specialized runtime environment. Maximize gains from mainnet itself.
So that we get all the benefits of mainnet. So as mainnet improves, so will our solution, right, with Magic Blocks will. The goal is to get as close as possible to the sex feel that everybody loves. Not quite sure that people understand the gravity of that kind of integration. Mic drop. Take it away.